Welcome back to another episode of A Bit Of. Rob's eating a cookie, which I force fed him. It's the last cookie left. It's delicious though, isn't it?
Cookie.
I love Costco cookies.
Chocolate. Chocolate cookie.
Just put it in
Why
your
have so
mouth.
many cookies?
In your motherfucking mouth.
In my motherfucking mouth. Have you ever been a motherfucker?
Yes, actually.
Was it super? Hold on, I got a cookie. Was it super different than being a normal fucker?
No, not really. Because it wasn't like the person was vastly like different in age or anything like that. Just so happened they had a kid. So, pretty much normal fucking.
Yeah, it's totally normal fucker. Motherfucker! Oh, good cookie.
Don't choke now.
Good. It's huge.
Do you usually keep a lot of snacks at home or not really because you're trying to...
Oh, we have a lot of pencil rods.
Yeah.
We have a lot of pencil rods.
Does Viv have an air fryer? I don't remember if that was...
Air fryer's cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. That cookie was delish. I'll wash it down with some water. Yeah, we have an air fryer at home, and she loves it because it's easy access to fries.
Yeah. Do you also have like a soda maker or a seltzer maker, whatever they're called?
I'm trying to remember. Yes, we do. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Like a soda,
Soda stream.
Yeah.
But we just use it for seltzer.
They've become really popular in the last few years. I've never owned one, but...
It's okay.
Yeah. Is it comparable to real seltzer? I don't think I've ever tried it.
Yeah, it makes seltzer. It's not really any different.
But is like the carbonation the same or...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really no different than seltzer. It's not tonic water.
Yeah.
But it's seltzer, definitely. And if they have like different flavorings you put in to make it like, similar to like orange or cola or grape or whatever else. But if you're trying to make soda out of it, it's never going to be the same.
Right.
Than the secret recipe of Dr. Whatever. You're not going to get a Mr. Pibb out of it,
Mr. Pibb, my leg is bomb.
But it's nice to have like, a 2-liter bottle of seltzer out like on the go without having to go to the store or anything like that.
That makes sense.
You just have to, every now and then, it has a CO2 cartridge that you have to refill because the gas will run out eventually. But that's not bad.
Right.
And it's much cheaper than going out and getting seltzer.
Yeah.
We got for one of our anniversaries, I got an ice cream maker, and that has been a godsend.
Really?
It is phenomenal.
Wait, is that the same thing that you guys like make frozen yogurt and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly the same thing. Like Viv really likes frozen yogurt, so she the last time we used it, we had gone strawberry picking.
Okay.
With Jeff and Kristen and Olivia. We took the kids strawberry picking basically. Yeah. And she used half of our like gallons worth of strawberries that we picked. She used half of that to make strawberry frozen yogurt, and It was awesome. It was so good.
I remember having just the vanilla frozen yogurt at your place, and it was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good too. It's surprising how like good of like
quality,
like a nice summer frosty treat you can make at home.
Oh yeah.
By just like setting it and forgetting it. Like all you have to do is like throw all the ingredients in, and then a little while later it's done. And all you did was throw the ingredients in. It's great.
Oh.
It's wunderbar. But like she uses coconut milk, which is like fatty.
Yeah.
So it's like you eat it and your body is satisfied by it.
Gotcha.
And it really gives it like a very. It's not ice cream, but it gives you an ice cream texture.
Right.
So it's like. It really hits that I want something bad for me nerve.
Yeah. this way? Yes, oh, it's not.
What's wrong?
I need the infinite breathing thing, otherwise I'm gonna just drown over and over.
Oh, it's too deep.
It's too deep. It's balls deep.
You know when you wake up in the morning and you have that early morning, oh man, I have that deep voice.
Yeah.
You know?
I've had exes that really like that voice.
Yeah, same.
To me, it just feels like I have a lot of extra saliva and phlegm in my throat.
You're really selling the sexiness of it, Ives.
Yeah. Alright, where are we? Where am
that's a very spiky danger area. I don't like it.
Spiky in the danger zone.
I think you were already here, weren't you? Oh no, I guess not.
Nope. We're maxing out our health. Alright.
Is it full already?
Pretty much.
That's all of the health upgrades?
No, there's a few more, but...
Oh. Let's say... shut up, Ives.
Cleared that area. That's teleport.
You're like whipping around the map like anybody knows what you're talking. This area is done.
Well, this game to me is like what Metroid, the original Super Metroid, was to you. Like you have a sense of where things are, what you need to do.
You know what's going on. Nobody else knows what's going on.
Nobody knows.
Bam.
At some point we're gonna have to play Hollow Knight, which I think you've played before, right?
Yeah, I've played through Hollow Knight like 3 times.
But I've never touched
with the DLs, with most of the DLC. I haven't done like the Path of Pain. I'm not insane.
In the membrane.
Yeah, well, depends who you're talking to.
Yeah. Okay.
There are 2 DLC extensions of Hollow Knight that I just won't ever be able to complete because I don't have the patience for it. And it's one of them's the Path of Pain, where it's just like it's the spike pit of death that you have to get through with like
limited life.
It's like picture like one area of Ori, just never touching the ground.
Okay.
Ever, not once, and you have to do the whole thing without taking any damage.
So it's like Mario Maker levels, the extreme variety.
It's one-hit kills because it's all spikes.
Yeah.
Like if you fuck up once, then that's it. You're not coming back from that fuck up.
Yeah.
And there's another area. I think it's like the God Rest. I think it's called, but it's essentially the boss rush area.
Okay.
And you go into portals where it's not the exact bosses that you've already fought, but like the bosses with certain conditions.
Okay.
Like beat it under this time limit, beat it under this amount of health.
So it's like a challenge.
It's a challenge area, exactly.
Not me, bro.
And it's really is like a wonderful way of extending the game.
Yeah.
Especially if you feel like you've got all the skills to pay the bills.
Well,
it's very humbling part of the game.
Yeah. Well, that was like in Breath of the Wild, there was the Master Sword Trials or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I never finished that.
I never did either. I think I got like the 3rd level in that, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm never going to be able to beat this, because you start out with nothing.
Yeah, you have to build up your arsenal on that.
Yeah. And like for me, I wouldn't say I'm super skilled, I'm just very patient and determined.
Right,
That's
so
how
am
I
I.
succeed.
Well, like, you and I both have, like, a very good amount of patience.
Yeah.
Especially for it's something that we know where we have the skills to do it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll keep trying and learning from our mistakes. As frustrated and annoying as we may sound.
Yeah.
Especially when it's Evil Within.
Alright, this is just going to take me in a big fucking circle, so I don't need to go that way. You know, Evil Within, much as we bash on it, I do like the concept of the game. I just feel like it's really unforgiving, and that can make it frustrating, which makes it really hard to stick with.
I will say that when the time before last that we played,
yeah,
where we lost like 2.5 hours of footage,
yeah,
and I tried to, like, you sent me
the save file,
and I wanted to see if I could go back in like the previous chapters or whatever. I tried to play a couple of the chapters or like one of our older saves with the mouse and keyboard, and it was just a it was easy. It
Yeah.
was so easy playing with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that more and more and considering maybe just getting a wireless mouse and keyboard set up for us to use.
No, we couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Puppy nightmares.
Jelly Beans barking in her. She's chasing bunnies and barking at somebody in her sleep.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get one of the mics to pick it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go, keep playing.
All right,
Go ahead. I'm just gonna try and get this.
Little belly is spazzing out.
She's barking at somebody in her dreams.
It's probably the bird or the squirrel that she saw the other day.
I've never really seen her bark or chase at anything before. She's such a timid little puppy.
She doesn't really bark at things that she chases. She's an attention-seeking barker. So if she wants to play with me and I'm not giving her enough attention, she will bark at me like, "Hey, why aren't you playing with me?" But she doesn't bark at other dogs. She'll like whine at them, like you saw
Or
that
people.
today when we were
Yeah,
walking her.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, you're right.
So that's her thing, which I can't really complain about because then I don't have to be like shush her when we're out in public. But I also don't tolerate when she barks at me because I'm like, first of all, I don't want loud barking right in my face. And second of all, I just don't want that behavior to go unchecked in general because that just means like she'll get away with fucking whatever she wants.
Being a yappy dog.
Yeah. I don't want a yappy dog. More lives.
The what was it? The last break that we took where you took a bathroom break and we were just like chilling on the couch together.
Mm-hmm.
She was sleeping when you got up.
Yeah.
And she was like napping on both of us at the time.
Yeah.
But like she woke up like haphazardly and like realized she was like cuddling with me and not you.
Yeah.
So she was just like she like gave me this look of just like,
who are you? Yeah.
I don't want to be rude, but you're not daddy.
Yeah.
And then she got up and whined at the bathroom door.
Yeah. It's
She,
funny.
like she's super attached to you.
Yeah, she is. Which, I'm okay with. It's, to Jeff's point about Olivia and like wanting to be in the bathroom with him. I don't know if she still does that, but when she was younger, she definitely did. And like, Jelly Bean's the same way. Like if I go in the bathroom, she'll come to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she'll just come right in. Other times I have to be like in or out. She'll just stand in the doorway.
She just wants to protect you while you're pooping.
Yeah. And thankfully I live in a house like, I have pretty good privacy for the most part. So I don't have to worry about
Pooping with the door open.
Yeah. Which it was not a thing I ever did as a kid. But speaking of which, my sister, I think I had some friends that did this
Speaking of
too.
pooping, my sister.
My sister had friends that did this, and I think I might have had a couple too, that would just leave the door wide open, even if like there were people standing right outside of it.
Like at your place?
Yeah, at my parents' house. This is when I was a kid.
That's pretty weird.
And we would just have to like remind them, like, can you please close the door? No one wants to see or hear what you're doing in there.
We don't want to be involved in what's going on right now.
Yeah. And I think it was just because their parents either A, never enforced the door closed thing,
Yeah.
or their parents might have been overprotective and didn't want them to close the door in case they had like an issue. They didn't want to get locked in.
Make sure they're doing it right when they're still really young.
Right.
Like when we were potty training our son, you have to do everything on your own. That's the only way you're going to learn how to do this.
Right.
We will walk you through it. We will give you like affirmations of like how you're doing and all that other crap. But like it's something you're not going to learn it unless you do it on your own.
You need to wipe your own ass.
Yeah, exactly. But not on top of wiping your own butt, like if you're just peeing, put the lid down, flush, wash your hands. Don't play with the soap and the sink. Just do what you're there, do the chore, and then go about your day.
Yeah.
But like he's at that point now where he's been doing it so long where like we've told him like it's okay to close the door now. You're a big boy. You know what you're doing. You're doing it the right way. Close the door now.
Yeah.
If you're at your friends, if you're at school, if you're in a public place, we always close the door. It's a private thing. And like if you need our help, we're going to be there. You can call for us, but you don't need our help anymore.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, I feel like there are a lot of parents who are just like, privacy is overrated.
Right. Does Wolfram get scared in any particular situation if he's alone or like it's dark or?
He's a very skittish kid.
Yeah.
He gets scared about a lot of things that are new. So he was like especially cared when he did his like school intro.
Mm.
I remember the first time we took him to a museum, and he was perfectly okay with everything, going into all the rooms, seeing all the exhibits,
Okay.
and everything. And then we got to the point of the museum that was in a dark room, because it was like the taxidermied animals behind glass.
Yeah.
So they want, like, in the Vanderbilt in particular, their like lifescapes room, I guess you would call it, where they have like a menagerie set up.
Okay.
And it's like painted backdrops, and they try to make the taxidermied animals to look like they're in their
Realistic.
environment.
Yeah.
So the entire hall is exceptionally dark, except for those areas where it's lit for just like the tapestries, I guess
Right.
you'd call them, or the menagerie, whatever it is. So he had never been in a dark room in public that was very large and echoey,
Yeah.
and it was all new and all like understandably scary for a 2.5 or 3-year-old, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
I think he's probably 2.5. But like, you know, I sat him down, like he got very whiny. I don't want to go in there. Like,
Right.
almost like starting to tear up and being like scared and loud. And like the Vanderbilt is never a crowded place,
Right.
ever. Go there at the busiest time. You're not going to be in anyone's way, and no one's going to be in your way. So you have all the time in the world to like sit there and look at and enjoy what you're looking at, or have a calm conversation with your son and be like, dude, everything's cool. Nothing here's one. If you're scared of it, that's fine. It's okay to be scared, but I want to explain to you what's going on. And you can have that explanation conversation and be like, look, mommy and daddy aren't going to take you anywhere dangerous.
Right.
We're not going to put you in any harm's way or in any danger, ever.
It's a good thing to reassure him about.
Yeah. But we're taking you to a place that if you give it a second, you're going to understand it. It's really, really cool. And it's
Yeah.
going to be something that you're going to enjoy. You just have to take a second, take a deep breath. I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to go in there together. And if you get scared, you let me know, and I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Okay.
And like immediately he was calm. He
Yeah.
was fine. Like, and we went back inside, and I was like, look, you can there are switches on the floor. You can turn the lights on and off in the exhibits with your feet. Because at the Vanderbilt, like, you can make the lights daytime and you can make
Right.
the lights nighttime, so you can see what the animals look like at different times of day.
Right.
And like immediately he was just like, oh, it's like a toy.
Yeah.
You know, like it centered him, it brought him down to earth, and he knew exactly what was going on.
Cool.
And like he didn't want to leave after that.
Yeah. Can imagine.
And it was the same thing. Like, he's really scared of movies that he doesn't know of. So same exact thing. Like, we sat through The Lion King, and I was like, Wolfram, there are parts in this movie that you might be scared of, but we're going to sit through them. If you get scared, I'll pause it and I'll tell you what to expect. And same thing, like, we watched the whole Lion King. He wasn't scared at all.
Nice.
Like, there's like the elephant graveyard, which is scary.
Yeah.
Like the Scar song where he explains we're gonna kill the fucking king.
Yeah.
And Viv was like worried, like, well, what about when his dad dies? What happens when Mufasa dies? I'm like, we're just gonna watch it, and if he has questions, we'll answer him. We'll explain to him what's happening, and if he's scared of that, we'll just say, tell him, like, he already knows people die. Like,
Yeah.
his grandmother died very recently, and we had to explain that to him. It's a fact of life.
Right. Did he understand that concept like the first time, or?
Yeah, he understood immediately when I told him, like, look, Wolfram, something really sad happened. You know that Nanny was sick. I'm really sorry, and of course I'm crying at that time.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, Nanny died today, and like immediately he started crying. He's like, I'm gonna miss Nanny. I didn't want her to die. It was super fucking sad, and also very cute at the same time.
Right.
But like, he understood. And like, we explained to him how, this is how life works and all this other crap. And we had like the circle of life chat,
Yeah.
and we explained to him, like, Nanny was sick. You already knew about it. And
Because like
she's not sick anymore, and we're still going to always have memories of her. And we're going to remember her and all that other crap that you tell a kid and you tell yourself to make yourself feel better.
Right.
And he was fine.
Okay.
we went to the funeral and he played chase with the two other kids that game.
Yeah. Yeah, because grasping mortality.
Ooh, careful.
For some kids can be like really not traumatizing, but like a difficult thing.
It's super hard to understand, especially when you're that young. My first experience with death was my step-grandfather, and like I don't think I fully grasped it until years later.
Yeah.
Because like I remember going to the funeral and seeing him in the casket, but not really like I wasn't sad, you know, because I don't think I understood what was really happening.
Okay, so there's a secret here.
Is this the guy that you have to get the net for?
No, different dude.
Oh.
So these stones correspond with the flowers that are hanging from the ceiling. They're like illuminated flowers.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
And they're supposed to indicate the sequence in which I'm supposed to hit those flowers, but if I do it in a different order...
Wow, your dog is full of farts.
Yeah, she is. Alright, so I have to hit big, small, big, medium, medium, small, big.
I'm trying to follow along, but I don't think I get it.
Big, small, big, medium, medium. Is it small, big? Yep. So doing it in
Good job!
reverse order opens up this path which goes to a spirit tree that's easily missable.
Is it secrets?
Sort of. I mean, you know it's there. It's just a matter of figuring out what the puzzle solution is. And I think I can't remember which power this is actually.
Isn't it just more energy when you get these trees?
Ancestral light. Oh yeah, so this is a boost to attack. It's like a
That's
generalized
fucking
buff.
great.
So it makes the game quite a bit easier, especially boss fights. So missing this tree can actually be a detriment. All right, so now that we've done that, we need to figure out the actual combination, which is big, small, medium, medium, big, small, big. So
You're gonna remember that, right? Because I'm not gonna help you with this.
yeah. Oops.
I think that's why I didn't understand it the first time, because you were doing it backwards the first time.
Yeah. Big, small, medium, medium, big,
Small,
big.
big.
And that unlocks the underground pathway.
Double doors!
Yep. I guess we'll explore there in the next episode.
Okay. I'm so excited. Big baby.